And thank you very much for staying with us here on Joint Caucus. Let me bring in now the NDC women's organizer, Nita D'Souza. The charge from the NPP is that your candidate failed to give us specifics and really he did not impress.
To me, my dear president did well yesterday. You could see that he knows more about what he's doing, not people who just come and stand there and rattle. My dear brother, this is advancing the Better Ghana agenda. As a political party, you come start with your manifesto for 4-year term. Definitely, there are things that you have put in place and there are others that you have completed. So as a serious-minded person, you need to give an account of what you have done and what you will be doing. So this is what the president did.
What have you done?
We have done a lot. Let's go to education. What we are saying is that we have about 5 million people in the basic school. It's not a surprising thing to me because during the writing of 1992 Constitution, MPP, the big gurus, were not part of it. So they never
That's not factual.
Knew or thought that there is provisions in Ghana Constitution, Article 25, Clause 1, A, B, C, that we need to make the basic free before we go to the tertiary, and even to the tertiary or secondary technical, it should be progressively. When they came in, they said SS 4 years. If they can tell me how many schools they built, he's saying that we promised 300 schools. But when we came, Ghanaians know that we have built a lot of dormitories, assembly halls, classrooms, and it has even increased. When they were living, they were having only 490,000 students in SS.
That's not factual.
As I'm talking to you, before the new exams, we were having about 720,000.
Because it's
and
a
the
four-year system.
Brother, when you were talking, I didn't say a word.
Please allow her to make the point.
As I'm talking to you now, the government is spending over 432 million on SHS, and we are going to spend 78 million. This means that you are not serious. You have not sat down to think through to see that what are we going to do in order to make education free. He should tell the whole Ghanaians where in their manifesto have they put that they are going to make nursery, kindergarten to secondary school free. They started with free secondary school. Now they are saying that from kindergarten to secondary school. If he has forgotten, I just want to remind him, 2008, when Akufo-Addo stood for elections, he went to work and promised Ghanaians that from tertiary, even tertiary will be free. If you want to make education free, there are things that you need to put in place. You need teachers, not only schools. You need teachers. What have they done concerning teachers? Even in their term, 8 good months, teachers were on strike. Did they pay particular attention to teachers? Even at the northern part, 6 weeks of their feeding grant was not given to them. So as Ghanaians, we are going to sit down to see how best we can resolve this problem. If everything is free, then let's vote for Madam Ekwia Donko, because she promised of water free, light free, food free, everything free. But this is not what we are looking for. Most of them go outside to UK, US, and others. I would like to ask my dear brother a question. In US, how many children are in boarding school? Is it free?
You want to know that question?
Yes,
now,
I want to know from him.
Then answer.
Most children leave home and go to school. I'll
give you, because I have 3 minutes to wrap up. So 1 minute and 30.
No.
Final word. No. Then I'll come to you.
Okay.
Then I'll come to you.
No. You gave him 5 minutes. Let me finish with mine.
Absolutely. Because you asked the question.
No. Okay.
You don't want him to answer the question.
He should go and think about it and answer me later.
Okay. So proceed.
Now, what NDC is saying in terms of the basic school is that a lot of our children did not have the opportunity because their parents are poor. So if you want to make education very good, why can't we start from the basic level? When they were living, about 4,300 plus schools were under trees. By God's grace, we have been able to remove about 40%. So we are appealing to them to give us another opportunity in order to remove the other 60%. Let's go to secondary schools. Now, if they are saying that even before you go to secondary school, you are not going to have exams and others, let's say the big schools in this country, you just pack your chobos and your trunk and get there and say, Akufo-Addo says I should come to school. Because they said no exams. Later, they change it. Why are they deceiving Ghanaians? Why are they deceiving Ghanaians? We don't want to deceive Ghanaians. We want to tell Ghanaians the truth. That at the basic level, we want to abide by the Constitution. But at least 2015, 2016, the basic must be free.
Okay, quickly.
Then at the secondary level, we need extra 200 secondary schools in the communities. You know, there are new districts.
I'll give you a minute more in addition to the 5 to wrap up. And then I'll give you a minute more to wrap up as well. So you have the minute now.
Thank you very much. I'll move from the education and come to the one-term premium. Maybe they have forgotten that when we started the national health insurance on pilot basis, Honorable Adokufo even complained that we are wasting money. When they came, it was a mutual health insurance. It was not a national health insurance. I can tell my brother now that there are a lot of things that we have put in place. And now the law has also been passed. How many hospitals were they able to build? Let's go to Teshi. Let's go to Bekwai. Let's go to Tamale, regional hospital into teaching hospital. Let's go to the rural areas, the communities. If you want one-term premium, my dear brother, you need to set up a community clinic so that they can handle the less privileged ones before you implement it.
Kofi.
What we are telling Ghanaians, yes, we promise. But when we came, there are a lot of things that we need to put down.
Okay.
Now we have been able to do that. So they should give us another note so that we can implement it.
And do it quickly for me.
It's interesting that Madam accuses us of attempting to deceive Ghanaians. When in their manifesto, they promised that within 2 years, and they gave a timeline, they were going to implement a one-time premium. Question, they didn't know
have
then
you finished changing the chop back to restaurants?
Needed basic skills to be in place before they went ahead to implement one-time premium. There's a normal psychological thing that says that you impute what it is that you do onto others. So if the NDC is saying that NPP is trying to deceive Ghanaians, it gives you a clear indication of their mindset when they were in opposition. Perfect indication of their mindset when they were in opposition. Again, you know, a lot of propaganda has been seen.
It remains a fact that lying.
It is only the NDC now that remains the only party that has propaganda attitude. What we are saying is that in Ghana, now, the problem with education is threefold. Most important is affordability. There's access and there's quality. We believe that all the three of them have to be dealt with at once.
Hey.
Okay.
All three have to be dealt with
and drink water at the same time with
that clarity.
Yes, hold on.
With that clarity, because you're 1 minute and I added 30 seconds to it. They are all up now. But thank you very much for your time here on Joint Caucus. Nana Kofi Opondamwa. Indeed, these are issues that will come
you can't eat and take water at the same
again
time.
and again.
You need to finish
with the
move towards December 7th. Also, thank you, Madam Anita D'Souza, NDC
No, you need to swallow the water at the food.
We need to wrap up. I'm really grateful that you had a lot of passion. Put your issues across. But thank you very much for joining us here on Joint Caucus. And you can see, always exciting when you're ending, and then the two parties begin to tear each other's up. But it's now time for Joy News at 8. My name is Evans Mensah. Enjoy your weekend.